Hey, Chris.
Hey man,
Sorry, I was trying to mute
oh,
my TV.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think things are working my end.
Oh, okay. Everything good? Can you hear
I
me?
didn't have my speaker switched on.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, bud?
Oh, not too bad, man. How
Good
about
stuff.
yourself?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Good day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I started getting a little sick. When was it? Like Sunday evening, yesterday evening, but I'm coming back around, so.
Just the cold, is it? Nothing serious, I hope.
Yeah, I didn't get take a test, but I think I'm good though. It felt like a flu or something. It might have been. Maybe I just recovered kind of quick. I don't know.
Yes, smash the paracetamol, the Lemsip, orange juice. That usually
Yeah.
does the trick, doesn't it?
Yeah. I took like 4,000 I forget the unit of measure, but it was like 1,000 units of the vitamin C that I have. So
Uh, yeah,
yeah.
works the treatment. You're based over in the States, aren't you, Geronimo?
Yeah, I'm originally from Texas.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So
Yeah, Houston.
what firstly, mate, thanks for carving out the time just to jump on this call. It's really appreciated. Um,
Yeah, no problem.
I just want to sort of ask you a little bit, like in your own sort of honest opinion about some of the training programs that you've been with. But before we do that, like just to give give anyone who might be watching this video in the future like a bit of background, like what is it you do, mate? Brilliant.
Uh Yeah, so I got my start. I used to do other trades, and then in 2000, about 2018, late 2000, mid 2018, I got my first job in, doing data cable and AV, just an apprentice position. I had a buddy of mine that was already doing low voltage, and that kind of perked my interest. So I kind of just went with whatever company gave me a shot. And I I went from that company, stayed there for about a year, then went to another company that I stayed at 4 years, and that was a traveling company like the one I'm at. Uh, and they just did low volt systems. That is, CCTV and access control and fire and security alarms, and
Yeah.
uh, just from being around it, there'd be times when we did like Targets or stores like that where we'd have to reach out to the EMS company, to get overrides or different things. And that's what perked my interest in controls, or
Right.
that kind of made me aware of controls. And I'd always just kind of stare at the panels in curiosity. And then yeah, eventually the company that I'm working for now, we had some contracts that the same company I was with at the time kind of shared on the construction sites. So we'd be doing all the low volt systems, they'd be doing the controls. And then yeah, that's how I ended up coming over here and getting an apprentice role over here, and then um getting a lead position and so forth. So yeah,
Okay.
I've been here about doing controls about 2.5 years going on. So yeah, about 2 years, little over 2 years.
And did you say EMS systems like energy management systems?
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's
yeah.
there's different terminologies, isn't there, depending on where you are in the world, whether it's like energy management systems, um, building management systems,
Uh-huh.
building energy management systems, building
Uh-huh.
automation systems, but that sort of thing, like you're talking about control systems for buildings, are you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so and you hear the terms interchangeably out here as well. You'll hear, oh, the BMS or the BAS, or or the EMS, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just bit of background, mate. Like before you came on the program, like how did you come about sort of finding like the automation and kind of what I built? How did you find it?
Just digging through Google, really. Um I think YouTube actually referenced me one of your links at some point. Just from me, I guess just from my algorithm, just in the search
Yeah,
history, having you know, sometimes I'll look up BFDs or sometimes I'll look up you know, Linux Prodigy controller, or I think just from my history, eventually it started suggesting me automation related things, and then I came across one of your videos at some point, and then that gave me some of the links to Squad and some of the other stuff, and then yeah,
yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of went down that path. Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause you were one of the first members, weren't you, in the squad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Did you've been on the schematic program though, like the schematic specialist program?
Yeah, I did the schematic specialist. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Mhm.
that was the one I wanted to ask you about. Like what was it that what was it that sort of like made you join the program? Were you trying to solve a problem or what was going on there?
Uh, I
What were
think
you trying
that's
to get
just
out of it?
yeah, I think that's just one of the areas where I wanted to have a little bit more confidence in. I think there'd be times where I'll be at a job, and you know, sometimes we're dealing with other, you know, let's say I think you deal with it a lot more in HVAC when you got to interface with HVAC, and sometimes you know you might be trying to figure out a specific input, or you know, you might be messing with something that requires you kind of take a look at the schematics they have in there. And my approach at first was to just kind of glance at it and you know, try to look for the wire tag or the specific thing I'm looking for, but I would just kind of go into it blind and just kind of see if I bump into it. You know, I didn't really know how to approach it. So when you first send the invitations out for the early adopters
Hmm.
or early sign up for the schematic specialist, I jumped on it, and I can say that it really did help me because it just gave me a more systematic approach when it comes to trying to look at a schematic, you know, and starting out with your power source, you know, reading them left to right, top to bottom, you know, and then just kind of tracing down power distribution or tracing back if you're working your way backwards, you know, from a sensor or from a switch, and kind of just going about it that way. It just at first, I guess it looks like hieroglyphics when you're not familiar, but then once you start getting familiar with how to approach it, it gets simplified. So yeah,
Yeah,
it definitely helped me get there. And I think I'm still not quite there for more complex ones, but that's because I gotta just get deeper in my electronics understanding. Like if we're looking at something that's not, you know, your typical BMS um things you might interface with, which is a lot of, for us, a lot of lighting, HVAC, and you know, your power meter. That's the main things
hmm,
we focus on the commercial installations.
yeah.
But yeah, I would say it definitely helped. Yeah.
So what do you do like in your role now? What's your day to day? What does that look like?
So I'm a lead tech, or you know, some trades they call it a foreman.
Okay.
So I'll go on a job. The company will provide typical install prints. And when we say typical, it means, you know, this is the scope of work that they want on the BMS. You know, it'll give you a whole list of things. But it's up to me to get on site, um, go through the as-built prints, the ones that the GC will have, you know, and just kind of detail what's going to be on my scope, what they
Then
want the electricians doing,
GC
and kind
general
of just
contractor.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kind of communicate with everybody and make it happen, install it. Yeah.
Okay. So for you then, mate, like what was it really that you got most out of the program? What did it help you with the most if you had to choose one thing?
Hmm. Well, I've only done schematic specialist.
Yeah.
I
which is
think
like
in
the
the
first
future,
phase.
yeah, I think in the future I want to keep going down the little path
Yeah.
uh that's lined out. So I can only speak for schematic specialists, but
Mhm.
yeah, I would say it gave me more confidence and it gave me the ability to kind of just break them down quicker when I need to. So,
Yeah. Okay.
yep.
So, so how compared to like how it was before the program, like when you were like opening up panels and looking at schematics and trying to work on them compared to now, like how other than the confidence, or maybe it is just the confidence, like how are things different from how they were to how they are now?
I would say it's made troubleshooting a lot easier.
Okay.
Um, I I double as a technician and as technical support for the company I'm at.
Yeah.
When I do technical support, it's remote.
Right.
So, um, yeah, there's situations where I'm getting a call or I might be troubleshooting for myself. Either way, whether I'm helping somebody or whether it's for me, that if I'm dealing with something I don't know off my head, looking up schematics or manuals, uh, like you say, right? RTFM. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's the next best thing, man. Sometimes I got the advantage of just kind of picking one of my colleagues' brains and seeing if somebody has a quick answer and
Mm.
we kind of go back and forth between each other like that. So that's I would say that's my first um approach is seeing if somebody I work with I can just shoot them a message real quick, see if they have an answer right away.
Yeah.
But when everything else fails, then that's when it's time to dig in and I think it's made me a lot more efficient at it.
That's good, man. Did
Yeah.
did you have like before like moving ahead with the program, did you have any hesitations like when you were first presented with it that like perhaps stopped you from moving forward so quickly with it initially?
Hesitations, I would say no. I'm still relatively new in controls. But just just kind of the overall trade and field. I've been in it for a little bit now, so it's not something that I had a hesitation for. I think my main thing was just my schedule.
Yeah.
Sometimes me not being consistent to really do it at the pace that it's intended to be done at. So yeah, sometimes I do it in an evening. I might do a lesson or two, and then I might, lose, 2 days, and then I'd go and do some more. So
Yeah.
yeah, but all overall, I think it wasn't really no hesitations. I would say,
Okay, man.
yeah.
If you had to choose one thing, Geronimo, out of like the whole program that you feel has really helped you, like if you had to pick one thing, what would that be?
One thing out of the program that helped me.
Yeah, if you only had to choose, because I'm sure you'll say, oh, all of it. But no, like if you had to
uh,
choose like one thing that stuck out specifically, within the program or the structure of it or the calls, anything, what sticks out to you the most?
I would say the structure that you lay out for somebody that is brand new to the field. I think it's really solid because for somebody that's wanting, I even messaged some of the group members and networked a little bit when I be scrolling through squad. And I would say the overall majority do have electrical backgrounds, engineering backgrounds,
Mhm.
or similar field backgrounds, but you have some people that want to get into it brand new from a different field, which is completely feasible. And I think you laying out a path for them to take makes it a lot less overwhelming for somebody that doesn't know where to start or how to get an idea of wrapping their head about what you're doing, how it works.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.